notices pertain particularly to the parishioners of All Saints. So after the broadcast, there will be a separate section for you to listen to notices, but you will also receive them by email so that you're able to refer to them separately. Friends, from all the statistics that we are receiving, this virus is far from over. Sadly, very sadly, the Western Cape now has the highest number of infections. Medics and statisticians tell us that the Western Cape will reach the peak of infections around July, August. That in itself is doubly worrying, because that's the time for the annual cold and flu epidemics, and it will also see a surge in tuberculosis. So I seriously want to encourage you not to let your guard down. Whenever you leave the house, even to pop in at a neighbor, and especially when you go into public places like shops and malls, wear your mask. Sanitize your hands regularly. Sanitize every bit of shopping that you bring home. Leave your shoes at the door, sanitize them later. Wash your hands then thoroughly with soap and water. Gargle your throat and snort a bit of water into your nostrils so that you cleanse yourself from all that you may have encountered outside there. Do whatever is needed to be safe, and go to shops and malls only when and if necessary. Do not put yourself or anyone else at risk. Now, this is particularly true for our elderly folk and those with underlying health issues. Furthermore, Bishop Margaret and I continue to speak regularly about new protocols to ensure safety and health. So listen carefully. Those who are bringing soup ingredients, bread, and other meal items to church, please do so on a Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. And from now onwards, like in other public spaces, no one will be allowed through the gates unless you wear a mask. May I respectfully ask you to wash the veggies very well at home before bringing them to church. From now onwards, and don't think us rude, it will be purely on a drop and go basis. Don't even chat to anyone. Rather call them from your home. On entering the hall or office area, even if your visit is a very quick one, sanitize your hands before entering and upon leaving. Hand sanitizers will be available on a little table near the hall and office. Now, I have been told that many parishioners are concerned about their pledges and tithes, particularly those who do not have access to the internet or to EFT facilities. Now, please listen carefully. You may bring your pledges, your offerings, your tithes to the parish office on a Monday only between 2 to 3 p.m. And again, the same protocols apply as on Tuesdays. Wear your mask, sanitize your hands on entering and leaving, and conduct all other church queries and business via email or telephone to Taryn or Bez or one of the church wardens. All of this are in the interest of your health and safety and that of others. Sisters and brothers, in keeping with current regulations, I encourage you not to be upset that we have asked you not to make soup any longer, but rather to provide the ingredients for soup. Soup will now be made in the various areas, but please do not stop bringing the beautiful veggies and other soup ingredients you are able to bring. We need carrots, celery, turnips, onions, potatoes, leeks, parsley, split peas, barley, Knorr soup mix in the packets, etc. Do not grate the veggies. Just wash them well after chopping off the leaves and pack them in a new plastic or paper bag. Now, sorry to be such a bore, but these things are all in the interests of health and safety. It is hoped that every week 160 liters of soup will be made and distributed in the various areas by the folk where they are living. And All Saints will supply the area with soup ingredients. We are now distributing about 100 loaves of bread every few days, and this too will increase significantly shortly. By next Friday, we shall, God willing, have 4 pop-up breakfast kitchens active in Solari's Pass. About 100 young kids come daily to receive warm millipap with 2 slices of bread and jam. Soon, we want to include just 1 fruit at least 3 times a week. The pop-up breakfast kitchens in Solari Pass have been our test case, and it seems to be working well. Following the new protocols, we will also provide those coordinating the breakfast kitchens with masks, gloves, and plastic aprons. Now, for those of you who are unable to give in cash, please feel free to give just one, not all, just one of any of the following items: millipap, sugar, tomato paste, the little cans, peanut butter in the 410 or 420 gram jars, plain apricot jam in the 410, 420 gram cans, and long-lasting milk in the cartons. So, as not to put strain on the Tuesday people receiving the foodstuffs, may we also suggest that from now onwards, good, clean, warm infant and kiddies clothing be brought on a Monday between 2 and 3 p.m., the same time when you're able to bring your pledges and offerings. Please wash the clothes well, even iron things that need ironing, and pack them neatly in plastic bags and bring to the office. For now, right now, only infant and kiddies' clothing are needed so that we have a sense of order. In the meantime, you might like to wash or have laundered blankets while we still have good weather until such time as I shall call for these items. We are now also formalizing 3 parish projects, other projects. Number 1, cloth masks for adults are being made by Harold Gabriels and Jane Leonard. Any others who'd like to assist with making cloth masks for adults, please let me know. Charmian Le Feuvre is coordinating the very important cloth masks for kiddies. Everywhere I go in the parish, kids are without masks. So it is our intention that every kiddie that comes up to the pop-up breakfast venue to be given a mask. If you have any interesting material lying around at home, maybe search your cupboards with patterns and images that kids will appreciate. Or if you have some plastic, the ones to fit around the ears, please be in touch with Charmian. Her number you will see below. I've asked Charmian to be in touch with a few persons in the parish to assist, but she will coordinate the kiddies' mask-making effort. Thirdly, I've spoken to you about the infants and kiddies' clothes drive. I've asked Patricia McNaught-Davis to convene this. She too will ring up a few persons in the parish for assistance, and I've told you what you are to do. We are currently spending about 5,000 Rand on bulk food every 10 days or so. This is for the food hampers, which also contain a few fresh veggies. Dear people of God, at All Saints, and even others who are not part of this particular parish family, but who have been moved to give so generously to support our work, on behalf of the church wardens and on behalf of those who receive these gifts, may I say most sincerely, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for your donations, both in cash and kind, for your prayers, for your efforts, for your willingness to help support these various ministries. We can make a difference, however small, and I invite you all to work together with the leadership of the parish. And finally, to say to you that Bishop Margaret extends her sincere gratitude also to one and all for your kindness, your generosity, and goodwill. May you have a glorious and beautiful celebration of Mother's Day. Receive the service which we have sent out. Bishop Philip Le Feuvre will be our preacher next Sunday, so please look out for what he has to say. And then I will preach and preside at the Holy Eucharist again, and I think it's on the 17th of May, the Thursday, when it's Ascension Day, and we will have a very special service broadcast on that day. Please do receive the other notices that I have sent about the spiritual plan for the parish, and as from Monday, we will be making available, as I said, just the inside of the pew leaflet, and you will receive all the various pages pertaining to Bible study and those who want to embark on Lectio 365 for 2020 to 2021. Please do read those notices that Andrew sent out so very kindly. May God bless you all. Goodbye.
God sent his son, they called him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives.